There's a pending rule potentially to the overtime procedures. It's been tabled until May. Clark Hunt, the owner of the Chiefs, the team that put forward the proposal that would guarantee a second possession, even if the team that gets the first possession in overtime scores a touchdown. He's optimistic that in May they will allow this procedure to be changed, and he thinks it may happen only for the postseason. But regardless of when it would apply, what do you do? Well, and I think there is a fundamental difference between regular season and postseason on this. Do you choose to kick off if you are the team that wins the toss, knowing you are guaranteed a second possession no matter what? And, Chris, I think whether it's regular season or postseason is a big factor in how you resolve that dilemma.
Well, I'll say this. I do think that the kickoff will be the way NFL coaches decide to go. I think they're going to elect to kick the ball, one, because of something you've said about the college rule so many times, right, where, they're going to want to see what they got to do as far as when they get the ball. Do I got to match a touchdown? Is it a field goal? Whatever it may be. But the big reason I think that teams will elect to kick, now the fact that they know they're going to get the ball too, it's going to allow the defense to maybe play it a little more aggressively than they normally would in the way we've had it the last few years. You're not going to be as, I feel like the last few years, a lot of teams just go, gosh, let's just not give up a big play. Let's play kind of conservative and make them earn the touchdown. And a lot of the times we see with the way quarterbacks and receivers catch and throw the ball this day and age, they go down and score a touchdown. Now I think knowing that you're going to get a chance to get the ball back, I think a defensive coordinator is going to be a little more inclined to go, you know what? I was scared to call this with the old overtime rules, but now I know Patrick Mahomes is going to get a chance. I might bring the corner, the free safety, weak side linebacker blitz in this situation and go for it and see if I can stop the drive right here on a 3rd and 5 or whatever it may be. I think it gives the defensive coordinator a little bit more power and not necessarily so afraid to blow the game, with one aggressive, maybe take a chance type call on the defensive side.
Yeah, look, here's where I think the decision becomes more challenging in the regular season because there's only 10 minutes available for overtime. If you choose to kick the ball off and they drive down the field and score a touchdown, how much time are you going to have to match it?
Sure.
If they take 6, 7, 8 minutes, you're going to really be pinched to try to play for a tie. I'd almost rather take the ball, especially if I'm at home. Well, at home.
But you know what?
If I'm at home, I'm more likely to kick, I think. In the regular season.
Well, what you're saying right there, and you just kind of led me into it, intentionally. Again, I think because of what you said, you're worried about that team, eating up too much of the clock. Again, since you're going to get the ball back at some point, I think defenses will take a chance and go, okay, they're kind of like bleeding us to death here, little by little. Let's take a chance and see if we can get the big sack or try to force a turnover or whatever it is. Either they score, okay, whatever it be. If they score, and then at least we get the ball back with some time to go down and get a touchdown ourselves. But maybe we can make something happen to where they got a punt or settle for a long field goal or something like that.
If I'm at home in a loud stadium in the regular season, I'm going to be more inclined to kick. If I'm on the road and I win that toss, I don't know what I'm going to do at that point. It's going to depend on a lot of factors. In the postseason, though, I'm more likely to kick because I'm not constrained by the amount of time, right?
Right.
It's a 15-minute overtime, but you're still guaranteed to complete your possession. These are things we've never really discussed because it's never gotten to this point, but I still think that if you haven't had a chance to finish your possession, you still get to go beyond that 15 minutes until you get your possession. So if you're guaranteed that possession and the first team has taken 13 minutes and you take 13 minutes, then it's a 26-minute overtime in the postseason. But the other thing is this. You will know exactly what you have to do when you have the ball.
Right.
You may only need a field goal, and you have a walk-off winner.
Right.
Or if you want to go for 2, we talked about this with Andy Reid earlier in the week when you raised the possibility of, well, then they'll say it's unfair if both teams score a touchdown and then the team that had the original kickoff gets it again and it's sudden death, and that's not fair. And, well, maybe it won't happen because maybe that team will go for 2 if they get the chance to score the touchdown and then go for the walk-off winner and end it all there. But I think postseason, I'm more likely to kick off. Regular season, it's going to depend on other factors because there's only 10 minutes to work with, and I may end up not having enough time if I get too cute with it and choose to kick off.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.